This is One-on-One. Dr. Kaye Walter is the president of Bergen Community College. Good to see you, Doctor.
Thank you for having me today, Steve.
It's our pleasure. For those who do not know Bergen Community College, describe it. You have 17,000 students.
We have 17,000 credit students. We also have around 8,000 non-credit students. We do a lot of workforce development training with companies in the area, as well as our students who are in our technical programs and our transfer programs to the universities.
Some of the biggest programs, we're talking about health-related?
We have a large health professions program.
What does that mean, health professions? Some examples.
Of course, everybody knows about nursing,
Yeah.
but then you have radiology, you have dental hygiene. We're getting ready to launch a new paramedics program at our Lyndhurst campus in the fall.
A new paramedics program?
A new paramedics program, and we actually have a waiting list already for students who are interested in that program.
Growth field?
The largest growth field today is probably in the STEM areas.
Science, technology, engineering, and math.
That's correct, and we have great programs in that area that are well funded through federal grants right now.
But the other area we were just talking about before, the culinary programs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a program that's very well known at Bergen, right?
It is. We have a great culinary program and hospitality program where we train folks who work in our local restaurants and hotels, in all the service areas in the area.
Now, you do not have a New Jersey accent.
I didn't grow up in New Jersey.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up on the Gulf Coast in Texas.
Oh, you did?
I did.
How did we get you?
You recruited me.
That's usually the way it is, right?
Yes.
So, but you've been in higher ed for a while.
About 30 years now. Yeah, I've been in higher ed my whole adult career.
How did you get into the whole higher ed world?
I started out in college thinking I was going to be a research chemist, and actually did my doctorate at Rice University in Texas, went on for postdoctoral work, fell in love with teaching, and ended up at a community college teaching chemistry to start with.
You love community colleges, don't you?
I love them. I love the work that we do, the fact that we open doors to people who don't have other options, the fact that just because someone has a bad experience starting out doesn't mean they can't have a better experience and really finish a degree. So it is really a calling for me and the folks that I work with at Bergen Community College.
You really do give people a second chance, an opportunity. I don't think I've ever said this on the air before, but my wife, Jennifer, went to Bergen after high school. Yeah, she spent 1 year there before she transferred over and had a very successful academic career after that. But it was that 1 year, that really made a difference for her. Do you see that a lot?
We see that each and every day, and in fact, I spend a lot of time with students helping them understand that there is hope and that they can make it through our program. Many of our students are first-generation students. They don't come from families who have had anyone go to college.
That's right.
And they come with a lack of self-esteem and not understanding that they have gifts that the world needs. And so we try our best to help them understand that we want them to be successful because their gifts are important to us.
Now, I have to ask you about this because you told me to, and I'm going to do it. Got a shot of this, guys? It says, ask me, as we zoom in, ask me about, got it? Graduation. This is one of the coolest buttons I've ever seen. Ask me about graduation because?
Because graduation is important to our students. Today we actually started the countdown clock to graduation, so our students every time they walk in the door are seeing how many days it is to our graduation at the Izod Center. All of our student affairs staff wear those buttons because we want students to know we want to help them get to that day when we hand them their diplomas.
A lot of pride?
Lots of pride.
So it's so interesting because for so many students, I imagine the struggle to get there, to get to that finish line, not the temptation to quit, but the roadblocks that cause people to quit they're constantly there. Something like this really could help, no?
It helps a lot. I'll tell you a short story about a student that we met the end of last semester. A student who, because of life circumstances, was living in their car, homeless, and lacks 2 classes to graduate.
Wow. 2 classes.
This student sees those buttons, got connected with one of our counselors, who connected them with our foundation office.
Hold on, back up. The student connects with a counselor at Bergen, who connects with
Our foundation office.
Go ahead.
That has emergency funds and scholarship money. And the student is now being assisted to finish their last 2 classes and with their housing until they finish this semester.
What could that potentially mean, Doctor, for that student ultimately? We don't know for sure. What could it mean?
The
Difference between what and what?
The degree is a difference between a larger paycheck for most students. It's opportunities for jobs. It's much easier to get a job today if you have a degree than if you don't. So it could be the difference between that person being able to be self-supportive and an active and contributing member to our community here in Bergen County.
And what about the impact it has economically for the state and the region?
The return on investment for a community college degree is extremely high, and we don't talk about that enough. You have a taxpayer who's going to be contributing to the tax base. You have someone with new self-esteem with a job who's going to be working in the community and also supporting other people. So the return on the investment is really great.
Before I let you out of here, I have to ask you this. I'm sure people who watch one-on-one on a regular basis are tired of me asking this, but I need to do it because I like to do it. How much do you love your job?
So much that I couldn't imagine doing anything else with my life.
Come on.
I'm serious.
Because?
Because I love making a difference in those students that we hand those diplomas to each and every year.
What's graduation day like for you?
It's the most important day of the year. It's the day that makes me smile when I see students who thought they couldn't make it across that stage actually walk up and be recognized for the success that they've had.
Congratulations, Dr. Kaye Walter. Glad I asked you about graduation.
I'm glad you did too.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by activists in cooperation with the American Medicine Chest Challenge, Choose New Jersey, NJIT, Health Republic Insurance of New Jersey, the New Jersey Education Association, New Jersey Council of County Colleges, and by the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.